Quick take we live. Yo,
Yo,
okay.
yeah, you can let it run.
I'm wondering if it's copyrighted though.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shouldn't
Back
be.
it up.
Yeah, so you can leave it there, so they don't do no copyright on us or anything. So, hey, okay. First of all, Thursday, October 5th, getting closer and closer to the NBA season. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. As I get older, I look forward more to the NBA season. I guess because I'm old and there's not much other things to do. The club days are over. The girl days are over. So just
No?
look forward to basketball.
All right, all right.
You know. But I mean, Jimmy Butler, man. There's just something about Jimmy Butler. I mean, even watching him play, and even in the finals, right? Just looking at his body language, looking at him walk around the court, like he plays like there's a sense of urgency. But aside from him dribbling the ball, just the way he carries himself, it doesn't seem like there's a sense of urgency. Like I always felt like that. And
Mm-hmm.
last year, it kind of passed me. I didn't even know it was a joke with the whole extensions. I was like, what in the world is wrong with his head, man? I didn't know what was going on. I was like, is Jimmy Butler going to really act like he grew that much here in the offseason? But I guess it
I,
was a joke last year.
wait,
You remember that?
it's not his real ear?
Last year, but last year he had some
Oh
extensions or
yeah, yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was,
And I
it
was
was
like,
last
what
year.
the hell happened? How did he grew so much hair in 2 months? But I guess it was a joke, right? And I was like, oh, okay, all right, whatever, man. But that had me looking at him like, Jimmy, man, I don't think you should be in a position to be playing jokes, man. I think you need to be like, just putting it all on the court.
Yeah,
And then
true,
with
true.
this thing now, I guess it's just a thing. It's just a thing for him to do the antics to get people to get his name out there, and it could be good for the NBA too. It's a business, so it gets people talking, and then maybe you get the emo crowd in. So maybe Adam Silver is thinking, how to get more diverse uh, people coming to watch the games. But
Maybe.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll think on the other side of it. But why does it have to be Jimmy Butler, man? Jimmy Butler's in no position to be doing these antics. Don't you agree with that? I mean, what do you think about that?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, you know what? I can't tell you no lie. I don't really know too much about this guy.
Me neither. Me
Yeah,
neither.
I don't know too much about him. He's kind of quiet, kind of a quiet guy. I don't really know much.
But okay, and my thing is, when I think about the antics, right? I think who was someone we knew in the '90s who had the most antics when it came
It,
to doing the dress up. Whose name comes up?
it was only one guy, Dennis Rodman. Yep,
Dennis Rodman,
yep.
right?
That's
But
it.
when Dennis Rodman got on the floor, though, Dennis Rodman played so hard that you didn't care if he was wearing a wedding dress. You're like, yo, this guy plays hard. He plays basketball every night, and he wasn't even the star on the team, but he always had a sense of urgency. You remember Dennis Rodman's face at any point during a Bulls game, whether it's a playoff game or a regular season game. You look
Hmm.
at that man, his face and his body language. There's a sense of urgency. You see
Yep,
what I'm
true.
saying?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you got a guy going all out like that, you don't really care if he's wearing a wedding dress or what the hell he's doing. If he's bringing your city championships,
Exactly. Exactly.
so
And that's what Jimmy was gonna probably gonna try to do for them.
yeah, and I'm not gonna mention no names, but you had people putting Jimmy Butler's name pretty high, man, in terms of being a competitor. And I didn't say nothing then, and I still won't call out any names now. But you had
Call
some
him out,
people
man.
throwing his name.
Call call him
It's all
out.
right, man. He's a big dog. He's a big dog in the community, and I'm not gonna call out his name like that, man, because I got a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, but he's right though, Jimmy. Jimmy, when it comes to serious time, he actually like produce, man, come through, right?
For real, eh?
You can't lie. You can't really say anything about that.
You're right. I can't say anything about that because I don't really know about it because I don't care about it.
Yeah, but he produce, man. He produce. He does what he's supposed to do when playoff time come. In
No,
regular
no.
season,
Yeah.
okay, he might be injured and back and forth and not averaging certain point. But when playoff time come, it's a different story, though. You know that, right?
You know, when I watch Jimmy Butler, right? I'm a big guy. So if I was about 6'6", 6'7", and the way I used to play back in the day, I'm trying to figure out how Jimmy would get a bucket on me though.
He's probably
I'm
stronger
just
than
trying.
you.
I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry, but am I wrong to say? I'm just trying to figure out, right?
Yeah, bucket than you.
Like I'm just saying. No, I'm saying if I was an NBA player, if I was six
Hmm.
seven, 6'8", and defense is my thing, right?
Hmm.
I just don't see anything like I don't see much special about Jimmy Butler and his arsenal. I don't see how he even gets it off.
Hey, all I know, he gets it off.
He does. He
He
definitely
gets it
does.
off. He gets it
I
off.
just
That's
don't
all
know
I
how.
know.
'Cause
Yeah,
like I
man.
said, I don't see anything special.
Yeah, not until playoff time come. When playoff time come, you see someone special.
Yeah, but what about these playoffs? I still, I mean, it's weird. Like I watch this game, but okay, what does Jimmy like? What does Jimmy do? I'm not trying to be disrespectful, right? Like, but I'm
Hmm.
just saying, like, offensively, right? What does he do that? How does he get his stuff off? How does he get it off? Like, are you saying he could get himself open like because of his ball handling? Uh, like, what is it? Is it strength or is it a combination of the strength and the ball handling
All in one, both
all
strength
in
and
one?
ball handle. Yeah,
You
it
know what? I'm
both.
gonna leave Jimmy Butler alone, and I'm gonna go do my research. I'm gonna give him a fair shot. Go do my
And
research.
he's something like a point guard too, man. I mean, and you double team him, he's gonna just pass it to the right guy.
True, true. That yeah, true. I have seen that. I have seen
Yeah.
that. Very
And
high IQ.
and plus
Um,
his post up game is pretty good.
mhm.
You know that already,
So
right?
and then strength. Because of his strength too. So I know he's a
Hmm.
strong guy. That I know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You remember what he did to Wiggins? Was it to Wiggins and was it the next guy? He actually have the Rose player on the bench with him facing facing Wiggins and a couple of the top players, the top rookies,
Hmm.
them and beat them.
And beat them. And he had
Yeah.
Wiggins on him too.
No, no, no. Wiggins was on another team. He has some third string players.
No, I mean, but was Wiggins guarding him?
I'm not sure. Something in practice, man. I wish if they would have recorded
Hmm.
so we could watch and see how Jimmy is really handling them.
Yeah, Jimmy. Look, man. I know Jimmy Butler. Like I said, because I think Jimmy Butler is like what 6'5", 6'6", but he's strong. He has to be really strong because when I see him get to the rim, the shots he's able to get the shots off. And, like doesn't matter who's really going at him, and it's because he has a lot of upper body strength and whatnot. He has some decent ball handling, and like you said, he's a good passer. All those
Yeah.
things combined, pretty decent shooter.
Well, come on, you should know Jimmy from in Chicago days when Raptors was up by like 20 points, and then Jimmy by himself will come back and beat Toronto. You remember those games?
Yes, yes. Wait, when Jimmy was on which team?
Chicago Bulls, man.
Yeah,
That's his
yeah,
team.
yeah. That was way
Bulls.
back. Holy.
Yeah, when
That
he
was
first
way.
started.
I just barely remember that, but I do.
But to me, it seemed like he was kind of better than Rose. Even though Rose was got the MVP, as soon as he went on Chicago, it seemed like Jimmy was like it was on the next level, man. It was really
Yeah, I don't
dominant.
know about better than Rose. I think Rose probably had those injuries. Probably that's probably why.
Hey, uh,
But
okay, compare both of them right now. Which career would you want to have? Well, I guess Jimmy for sure, right? But who actually done more? He doesn't have any MVP, but see me go to final 2 times, and
yeah,
Derrick
it's
Rose
tough to
haven't
call.
really done nothing.
Derrick Rose's injuries ended his career early, so you could kind of put him in like the penny category almost.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because of
So it's just
injury, right?
unfortunate. Yeah, just unfortunate. You know, because he's the explosiveness. He just hasn't been able to be what he was, which was that was a big part of his game, the explosiveness and all that.
hmm
But you're
hmm
right. You know, you got me thinking about Jimmy Butler more. And even last year, Jimmy Butler hit some big shots, man. Some like I think it was like what, three back to back threes or something like that. And one of them
Yeah,
he hit a three and got fouled and got a 4 point play.
yeah, man. He's a true star. You know you
He's a
know
dog. He's a dog on the
he's
court,
a
man. I
dog.
can't lie. He's a
You know
dog on the court.
what I wanted to happen with Jimmy.
Hmm.
That same time when he was with what was the team that he was with Philly. He was a free agent, right? What Toronto should have done? Forget about Kawhi and his little garbageness
Oh,
and sign Jimmy. We would have won the next final easily. I mean, Jimmy in the playoff, just as big as Kawhi in the playoff. You can't tell me
yeah.
different.
Hey, let's get this comment here. Isaac Campbell, man. Shout out to Isaac Campbell. I like this comment here too about Jimmy Butler as patient. That's a big one too. Patient, fairly high IQ, decent ISO in the half court, set to create for himself, but he won't win. I like the thing about the patient. Yeah, he is patient. That's the thing that is really underrated about him. He knows when to make the move, and I think
hmm
that's why it kind of looks like he's not that great. But it's because of that patience, knowing when to move and how to move. Just smooth, just a smooth game like that. You know, whether he'll win or not, like I said, that's why we're talking about him. These antics, like I'd rather him just not, just don't do the antics this year. You know, don't do the antics this year. Focus on what the hell what's going on in Miami, and then
Yeah.
continue with the antics the following year. But I think this was the year that there should be no antics. That's just my opinion. Just go,
Hey,
just play ball. You
yeah, but
know,
he's been doing the antic and go to the finals. So keep on doing the antic that he's doing and go to the finals, right?
I never looked at it like that. I mean, shoot, he did do the antics last year, and he's
Yeah.
stepping up the antics a little bit more. So maybe they win the chip.
I don't even think they're gonna go back there in the
Hey,
next.
but if you put it like that, if the antics have anything to do with it, then hey, maybe
Yeah,
they go even further.
yeah, that's why he's continuing the stupid antic,
Yeah.
doing the same garbageness he's been doing.
But you know what? You saved Jimmy Butler by, shedding light. And Isaac Campbell, too. You guys shed light on why, we do have to put some respect on Jimmy Butler's name. And we'll
Yeah,
see what happens this year. We'll see how it goes this year. Because the Miami Heat are in a tough situation, if you ask me. But like I said, I'll be watching them from even the preseason. I'm watching everything. I want to see how everybody gels and
yeah.
whatnot. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes.
When does the preseason start? Is it
This
Saturday? Some
weekend.
game this weekend?
Uh, th- huh?
This weekend, right?
Yeah, this weekend. I know the Raptors are playing Sunday. Um, I could see who the first team, which team is playing first. NBA preseason.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good season, man.
Yes,
Gonna
you know
be
what? Whoa. Okay, okay. Yeah, that was a trip, man. I'm looking at preseason. I seen NBA today, Mavericks versus Timberwolves. I'm like, what the hell?
Happens already? They already have preseason game?
Uh, no, I think that's a old. That must be an old one. What I'm seeing here is Saturday.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness! No, 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 no. This is not an old one. This looks like it's today. I'm confused.
You don't know, man. They go straight to it. I see Aki just started, and Aki like already playing games over and over. I didn't even know they have training camp.
Well, when I pull up the NBA, it's showing me the Mavericks and Timberwolves. Then it's showing me the next preseason game is Saturday, the 7th, 12 p.m. Mavs and Timberwolves. So I don't
I
get that,
I
but
think the Mavs. I think they might be playing from a different country. Some more. I see something like that.
uh,
Like they going
yeah,
to a different country to play. Yeah, yeah,
that's a
but
little
you're
weird.
right. Game already play already, man. There's a game already play today already. Yeah, that's the game that what played. They played somewhere else in Dubai or so.
Oh, okay,
They played in Dubai. Yeah, they played in Dubai.
interesting. I had no clue that they were playing today.
Yeah,
I thought it,
yeah, for sure, for sure. They played in Dubai.
but it looks like the rest of the games are not till Saturday.
Hmm.
You got two games Saturday. You got the Timberwolves and the Mavericks, Lakers and Warriors. I'm watching everything from the beginning because I just want to see, like I said, the gel, who's gelling, starting lineups, what they're trying out. To me, preseason is more important than media day. It's more important than anything else.
Media day is nothing, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
media day.
you see Luca 25 points, Town 20 points. I guess they're playing, man. They're actually playing, but they're playing in Dubai, so everybody wants to showcase this skill to those millionaires in Dubai.
Yeah, true, true, very true.
Yeah,
Who's that? Jaden Hardy. Jaden Hardy had a little decent little game. Watch out
really,
for that kid, man. Jaden Hardy, man.
Jaden Hardy had a good game.
Well, yeah, he scored what, 15 points or something like that. 13 points, 20 minutes. Josh
Hmm.
Green, 6 points, three rebounds, three assists in 18 minutes.
The game was today live. Minnesota live. Minnesota. No, no, maybe the game was in Minnesota or somewhere. Was this Trevor J?
Trevor J.
Yeah, on the comment.
Dante Exum played too, 13
Yeah,
minutes. Sorry, yeah, who were you saying? Who you were talking about? Trevor J?
yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of him.
No, the thing, the comment on
Oh
the comment.
shoot, man. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. No, Trevor J. Trevor J. Okay, yeah, I heard of that. Trevor J.
You heard of
That
that?
game was today live, Minnesota. All right, enough respect, Trevor J. Raptor freak, another Raptor freak.
That's the next Raptor freak.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I know Trevor J. Man, I thought you were talking about Trevor J. on the Mavericks. I'm like, I never heard of Trevor J. on the Mavericks.
no, no,
Yeah.
no, Trevor J and the Maverick, man. No, no, no.
Okay, so this game actually went down. Doncic played. Irving, Kyrie, 2 points in 14 minutes. I don't think we gotta worry about that. Dante Exum, 5 points, three rebounds, three assists. What if Dante Exum becomes a solid backup?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dante Exum. That you think he's like 6'8"? You got to deal with two big guards. You got Luka Doncic, 6'8". Dante Exum, 6'8". And
So
Dante Exum could come in at point guard and relieve Luka and Kyrie. They could kind of play off the ball. That's interesting, man. It's interesting.
yeah,
You know.
Exum is a good. He's a good player. He just
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
injuries stop him.
Yeah, injuries.
Yeah, injuries stop him, man. Yeah.
On the Timberwolves side, Alexander Walker had a decent game, 11 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. Gobert 9 points, 8 rebounds. Carl Anthony Towns 20 points, 4 rebounds. Shake Milton 12 points, 4 rebounds. Was that Nazir Reed 16.7 rebounds? Nazir Reed, he could play a big role in the success of Minnesota. Who's that? Luca Garza, another center, 12 points, 6 rebounds. He might not get any minutes, Luca Garza. Well, he's a big. If he's if he does get minutes and he can be, this just might be preseason, getting 12 points and 6 rebounds. But
Mm-hmm.
like we got Minnesota pretty high, so
Yeah, you got them doing good. You actually said they're the only team, one of the team that could beat Denver, right, in the West.
well, I think they're aside from the Lakers, I think they're one of the teams that could give Denver a problem. I don't know if I wouldn't say they could beat them in a playoff series just yet, but I'm willing to say that they're going to be one of the teams that Denver would be scared of. I think
Mm-hmm. Yeah, could
they're
be,
probably
could
not
be.
scared now, but once they play them, I think they'll be like, whoa. And I'm looking forward to that first game that they meet up.
Hey, they have a good team, man. Those two players, Towns and Anthony Edwards,
Yeah,
very
tell
good.
me, tell me I'm lying. Tell me that those two players, if they're healthy, they can't make life difficult for Jokic.
Of course, of course. Towns could do everything. Three
Hmm.
pointer, inside, outside. It was just a bit soft. Remember, it was really, really soft before. I'm not sure if he changed.
But what about Gobert? Gobert can't do nothing with Jokic.
What do you mean? Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Last time I remember, Jokic was pushing him around.
Pushing him around, big body, Gobert. I don't know.
Gobert's he's long, but in
Yeah,
terms of size,
I've been looking at some video, man, and these guys are dunking over Gobert like it's nothing.
that's what I mean. I don't think Jokic is afraid of Gobert at all. We'd have to go back to some tapes and go look at some tapes. We'll see how
Yeah.
they do this year. But if Gobert can't guard Jokic, then what I said could just be you could just forget about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think nobody wants Gobert now, right? After
Well,
after Minnesota.
Minnesota does because they haven't given up on what they got on that system that they got with Towns and Gobert. They're gonna try it out again, and I don't think they should. I don't think they should give it up.
Yeah,
Why should they?
Go, Gobert guarding I say Jokic. That'll be a good
Yeah, that
one.
let's watch this year. But look, Gobert needs to put some. He needs to eat some more Philly cheesesteaks or I don't know whatever they got in Minnesota. What do
Yeah,
they got in Minnesota? I don't know.
sort of. I think it's cold
Deer?
weather,
What do they
cold
eat?
weather.
Deer out there?
No, no, we can't really say nothing about Minnesota, man.
No, I don't know. I don't know what they eat out there, what they do out there. Minnesota. I want to find out. Like, because Philly has cheesesteaks. I'm trying to figure out what is Minnesota. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, you gotta figure
But
it out.
so what else we got? What else we got on the ticket, man?
Okay, so we'll cut it off for now, and then we'll bring up a next topic. What's the next topic?
I think it was Van Fleet.
Oh, Van Fleet.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. You're right. The Van Fleet topic. Van
Fred
Fleet.
Van Fleet, Mister Bet on Yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Look at him. Look, he seems happy, eh? With all the money. with all the money that
You say he's looking happy, eh?
yeah, looking very happy, man.
That's the elephant in the room, man.
Yeah,
He's
with all the
shining, man.
money. Yeah, it's like I don't even have to worry. This is my last payday. After
Hey,
after after Houston, that's it.
hey,
He's gonna go to like he's gonna drop down to 15 million a year. Go to four. What she's making 40 million a year?
43 to be exact.
Wow. Yeah. After this, how much? 3 years? 3 years he signed for?
Yeah, I think something like that. 120, is it?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Let's hear him. Let's listen.
When you look at this young group, this young core of players, how do you feel that you fit in with them, and with your veteran presence, how are you able to lead them?
Yeah, I think first of all, I'm here to help, right? So I'm here to help them grow. I'm here to help them develop and learn, who they want to be in this league. It's totally up to them. My professionalism and work ethic that'll translate over. That will just be contagious. So it's been a great summer. Spent some time with some of the guys already, but looking forward to having the whole team together to start this journey that we're on.
Jackson.
Hey Fred, welcome to Houston. How do you think your experience and all your years in Toronto prepared you for this role with a younger team that's looking to take that next step?
Yeah, well, I think my first 2 or 3 years, obviously coming into a team that was, 59 wins, 58 wins, championship my first three, and then my fourth year another, I think 50 something, 48 wins maybe. As a younger kind of role player coming off the bench, and then really my last 2 years was, almost a similar situation. We were a little farther along because we had some carryover from the championship, but we had a ton of young guys the last 2 years up there in Toronto. So just learning from that and, learning how to adapt and adjust and find, ways to be effective as a leader, but also continue to be effective on the floor. I think I'm going to be able to draw on that a lot and help these guys a lot.
Jonathan.
What would you consider
Yeah, so
consistency?
you want to get in on that? So someone said something that was pretty funny. Oh, it's actually right here. It says, it was a comment in this actual video here. It says, Fred is the highest paid babysitter in America. And they put LOL.
Babysitter.
The
Why?
highest paid babysitter. Because they're saying that because they're saying he's there to help, bring up the guys and to whatever the coach is trying to relate to the guys, he could relate it to them on the floor pretty much. Right, because
Yeah.
he already has a strong connection with Udoka. Him and Udoka have, they're, establishing a connection, and
Yeah.
he's the leader. There's no doubt. That's like half. If you said 20 million was for what he's gonna do on the court, and 20 million for the leadership,
Hmm.
right? Which is a lot. It's a lot, but it makes sense to me. I mean, to tell you the truth, looking at Houston, right? And I'm gonna be honest. We're you already know I like Houston. Let's not play any games. I really like Houston. Okay, this year, but
Do you like them? You like them more than the Raptors?
no, no way. But what do you mean by that? What do you mean if I like them more? They're like, this is my home team. The Raptors are my home team. So
Who, who do you think is gonna be closer to winning the championship from the team that they got right now?
none of them are close to winning a championship. They're both in
Well,
the same place.
in the next 5 years or so.
In the
Who do
next
you?
5 years,
Yeah.
Houston is setting themselves up to be a
Hmm.
team to be scared of right now. They're
And
setting
Raptors are not
themselves
right.
up to be that kind of team. Hey, you can't say that with the Raptors. Raptors, we have options. We can be that. We have options. We have, like
What
I said,
options?
we have resources, and when I say resources, that means that I mean we got players that are worth something. So we can sign a player and trade him. We can do a few things, especially in the season, which will sway us, right?
Hmm.
Either or. Right now, the way our team is, we're about 6-7 in the East, which is pretty decent. So we're still a playoff team right now.
Yeah,
If we make what, depending on the trade we make and how we reshape the roster, that could move us up just a little bit, which is maybe 5-4,
yeah, it's true. Yeah,
right?
we're still in a good position right now.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Look, man.
we're still in a good position.
But remember, man, like I'm not a Raptor freak for no reason, right? And let me read Isaac Campbell's comment. I gotta respect Isaac Campbell because he's the first one to get me a membership with Raptor Freak. So don't think I forgot that, Isaac Campbell. So what's that? That was a nice 3-4 length of the court alley hoops. That was a nice, but Fred VanVleet can push and transition at his age. Houston needs to push the tempo. Yeah, it's true, and you're right, Isaac Campbell. The thing you got to remember, Houston has a guy by the name of Amin Thompson, one of the most athletic guards and he's a point guard. So that's another thing that's interesting about Houston is yes, they got Van Fleet, but they also got Amin Thompson. And Amin Thompson is the future for Houston in terms of being the point guard. Because remember, Jalen Green's the shooting guard, right? So yeah, and look, Fred Van Fleet, and there's other things. He's gonna mention some other things. We could actually go to about 7 minutes and 45 seconds where he talks about the Raptors and what we had going on. But when he said about his choice about going to Houston, he said he waited out. He looked at the roster. That was a big thing he
Hmm.
said in this press conference. He looked at the roster. Fred knows what he's doing. He knows who he's playing with. A lot of young talent, and it's the perfect place to kind of grow old
Yeah,
because it's
yeah,
not really, huh?
yeah. You're right. You're right. You,
Yeah, it's the
you,
perfect place to cut to age
you know,
because
you
it's
know, you
really.
you know,
Mhm.
you know what I heard about Houston too. I heard they talked to James Harden. They wanted to get James Harden, but James Harden was saying something like he wanted to play like his old self, the MVP year. And Houston just hang up the phone on him and said, "Nope, we don't,
I,
we,
I'm gonna
we,
I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I don't
uh,
believe that. I don't believe Houston ever wanted James Harden.
I don't
It's
think
just
so
good
too.
publicity,
I don't think nobody wants him right now.
especially not Houston. They didn't want him.
I mean,
They didn't
Houston with
want
all
him.
these young players, you don't need a ball stopper like that, man. Yeah, just take the ball and dribble, dribble, dribble. So
Well,
do you want
oh,
to
exactly, exactly, exactly. Exactly what you said. That's the worst thing Houston would need. So when you hear a trade, when you go back and think about them saying that Houston was gonna, that's all lies. That's a lie. When you look at the
yeah,
roster, why would they want James Harden? Why? That's the last thing they want.
that would keep you back maybe 1 2 more years from a championship
Exactly,
roster, right? Yeah, because all of those players is capable of being a really being something like Denver. They have talent, man. They actually have talent.
exactly,
They have a lot of talent, and if you put James Harden and that young talent, oh my gosh, take them down to nothing.
exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yep, you don't need them. You don't need them.
But
So
where you at? 745 or 740?
740. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's listen.
with a rebuilding organization like this, especially if there's no co-star in place. What was it about this situation, this organization, that made you comfortable to take that leap of faith, even considering what the results have been the last couple of years?
Well, I don't have much ego when it comes to that. There's no there's no reason for me to be too good to come play in Houston. We didn't make the playoffs last year, so we were at home too, and we got close to the play-in. We had a good team. We underachieved by our standards, but it wasn't like I was on a championship contender and I'm going to the worst team in the league. I didn't never looked at it like that. The opportunity presented itself. There was interest. Obviously, my last situation was what it was, but conversations with management, coach, looking at trying to look ahead, plan ahead, see the future a little bit, and some opportunities come along and too good to pass up. So I'm here and I'm excited to be able to be in a position where I can be myself and be empowered to
Hey,
be
you,
myself
you,
and help us.
you can rewind that again.
Sure, sure.
Let him say it again, because
I'm
I
excited
have
to be
something to
able
say
to,
on it for sure.
and some opportunities come along and too good to pass up. So I'm here and I'm
Wait, you could
excited
go
to
back
be
to where
able
the
to
guy
be
was
in a
asking the
position where
question.
I
I
can
think
be
it was
myself.
740. You know.
We were at home too, and
40. Okay, yeah.
Mm.
740.
In recent NBA history of an all-star level player signing with a rebuilding organization like this, especially if there's no co-star in place. What was it about this situation, this organization, that made you comfortable to take that leap of faith, even considering what the results have been the last couple of years?
well, I don't have much ego when it comes to that. There's no there's no reason for me to be too good to come play in Houston. We didn't make the playoffs last year, so we were at home too, and we got close to the play-in. We had a good team. We underachieved by our standards, but it wasn't like I was on a championship contender and I'm going to the worst team in the league. I didn't never looked at it like that. The opportunity presented itself. There was interest. Obviously, my last situation was what it was, but conversations with
All
management,
right. So
coach.
okay. So did you want to say anything about that? Because I definitely got something to dig in with this.
No, no, go ahead and say what we have to say.
Okay. Well, you know what? I've been investigating something about the Raptors situation when it comes to what happened with Nick Nurse, Van Fleet, and Siakam. The best
Mhm.
take I got on this was that Masai Masai has a different way of looking at things, right? Masai is he's a multitasker. Masai is like we can develop the players, we can play good basketball and be competitive, and we could do and make the playoffs and do all of it at the same time, right? I think what
Mhm.
Nick Nurse wanted to do was win because
That's it.
we
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
exactly they wanted to win. Like forget all that development, all that, and this it's kind of disrespectful though, because if the front office is saying this is where we're going, we want to develop the young players. We want the young players to get some time. We want to see what we got, right? Because you kind of wasted a year. Because Masai's not in a rush. He's not in a rush. Like I said, we're still drunk. We still got champagne left over from 2019. A lot of champagne left. So we're not in a rush. You see what I'm saying? And they're like, "We've got to win now. We want to win now." And when you talk about selfish basketball, it's not selfish basketball. It's Van Fleet and Nick Nurse and maybe even Siakam. We're trying to play hero basketball. They're trying to be superhero. Oh, we gotta do this. We gotta do that.
Mhm.
We gotta win, right? And I gotta be the hero. I gotta save this team. It's gonna be me, right? And it's a lot about contract year, right? It's Van Fleet. It's his business too. It's just what players do. It's not only Van Fleet. Every player in their contract year gets a little bit. I gotta showcase what I got. You know what I mean? Like that's why I got
Mhm.
43 mil, right?
Yeah.
I gotta showcase my skills here. I'm sorry, guys. It's business.
Sure. Sure. Definitely. That's what
It's
he was
business,
doing.
right? So, but him mentioning, oh well, he didn't have to say that. With all that being said, Van Fleet didn't have to say what he said,
But he
right?
says it. Yep.
But he said it.
Said it.
Okay,
Yeah.
he said it. In my opinion, even what the question the guy asked, it really didn't really have much to do with that, really. He could have just said, last year, because last year wasn't terrible. Yeah, they shouldn't have lost that play-in game. But I think it was everything that came to a halt in that game. A lot of confusion, all met
Hmm.
at once. It was just confusion, just not like, well, especially the disconnect from the front office and Nick Nurse. All of that just came to a head, and that's why they were able to pull it out because they should have won that game.
You know what it is. I think it's confidence. Did you watch the Blue Jays too?
No, I didn't,
The
but I didn't get to watch the game.
Blue Jays went to the playoff and they just got sweep. And you can look at the player and see how nervous they are. Just like the Raptors,
Okay,
nervous. They
so
were
so
nervous.
so with that being said, let's flip that then, right? If Van Fleet, because this is the big question about selfish basketball. And this is staining him because when we go to the media, we're going to talk about some media, the Raptors media. The big thing is selfish. I keep hearing this word, and I asked you even the other day, I said, what is selfish? What do they mean when they say selfish? To me, I think that's just a lazy way of saying what actually happened. Oh, it's just selfish basketball. Not necessarily. Some people were saying that Shy was playing selfish, right? But when
Oh,
Shai
shy.
took it upon himself in the FIBAs, when Shai took it upon himself to hit that big shot, nobody said he was being selfish,
No, no, no. You're right. Yeah, you're
right?
definitely right.
When he said, "I'm gonna take it upon I'm gonna take the shot again. I don't care if y'all could call," and that's the player I want. I don't care if you want to call me. I'm taking the shot. I'm taking it. You,
Yeah,
hey, some players had this attitude. Kobe was accused of being selfish too, and he was. He was selfish. I'm not gonna say he wasn't. He was, in many cases. But why? Because he didn't trust the other guy more than he trusted himself.
yeah,
And what is the common denominator in that? Kobe
quick, quick.
trusted in himself, and Van Fleet said he bet on himself. So it's the same attitude that you're getting. Siakam still has that kind of attitude too, a lit in some ways. But yeah, seriously, sorry.
Yeah, but thing is not of a great player like
Who?
Kobe.
No, it
Siakam is
doesn't
not.
matter about great. It doesn't matter about great. It's about having a player on your team that wants to take that shot and is willing to take the consequences of him taking that shot. Because I'd rather that player, and I've been consistent about it because I said the same thing about Shy. Is that I'd rather have that player that takes that, because just what you said about being scared, and that's why I mentioned this
Yeah,
about being scared. I'd rather take the guy who's not scared when the big moments, like what you said, guys look timid. I'd rather the
yeah,
guy who is not timid and not scared and would rather take the shot, even if you call him selfish.
yeah. But still, you know what? I rather a guy actually pass it to somebody open instead of.
Yeah, look, you're talking about LeBron then. LeBron's the only player. He's the only player. There's nobody else. Only LeBron. Only LeBron is that guy that could balance both.
Jordan is a bit
That
like
per-
that, man.
no, not really, not really. No,
Jordan, you know, much times
not more than
he take
LeBron.
the shot.
LeBron is
No, not like LeBron, but l- thing Jordan, he doesn't take all the shot. He pass it to the opening guy. When it comes to great player, Jordan is the top of the great player. And you tell me that he's the one
yeah,
that
but
like
in
to
terms
give
of
up the
in
ball.
terms of getting it to the open man, that wasn't Jordan's first thing on his mind is to get the ball to the open man. Not even
Yeah,
50-50. Jordan's
but he
like
could
shit.
have done it too.
If I have to, I'll dish it off, right? But he'd rather take that shot, right? So he
Yeah,
still has that mentality because he'd rather take. And he had to learn that. He had to learn that he wasn't. He had a Kobe mentality too at some points too, where he just wants to take the shot. It's just Jordan. Come on,
you, you,
Jordan. Jordan's not the
Jordan
guy
was
you
so
wanna.
He wants to win that game. That's all. Jordan just want
Yeah,
to win that game.
Jordan's one of the worst ones. So Van Fleet, and yeah, obviously Jordan's way ahead of these guys. But I'm just saying, it's a certain mentality, and maybe
Mhm.
Van Fleet thinks he's Jordan, and he's not. He's far from Jordan.
Hey,
So yeah, there. That's where you could win. He's far. You're not Jordan, buddy.
he's not Jordan, but
Plus, you're a point guard.
when it comes to that team right there, he was the only player that have the balls to take the shot and don't be nervous.
Look, to
Every,
play devil's advocate, right? Van Fleet is not Jordan. Plus, he's a point guard. He's a 6 foot point guard. So you might want to pass the ball, right?
yeah,
You
but
might want to try if you got a shot, but if you don't, you're a point guard. Pass the ball. That's what you're supposed to do. Pass it.
you're right. You're right. Pass it to the open guy.
Yeah.
That's what he's
If
supposed
you're
to do.
Van
Pass
Fleet.
the ball to the open guy.
So I'm not sticking up for Van Fleet because I don't even know there was some games where Van Fleet's getting a lot of heat, and Van Fleet shouldn't be greedy because he's a point guard. And if he played with Larry is one of the best. Like you played with Kyle Lowry, and you should. But that's how you know Van Fleet was just going for that $43 million. He went last year. He went for that 43 million, and you think I'm not mad at it. I can't be mad at it, man. I can't be.
43 million, man.
43 mil,
One
and
year.
exactly,
43.
and he's going when you look at the roster and look. This is we love the Raptors. We're Raptor fans. We're going into the Raptors media next, but I'm just gonna be honest. Looking at the Houston Rockets roster, like I said, Amon Thompson is really supposed to be their point guard. So they're good in
Course,
the
yeah.
point guard area. They got Van Fleet and Amon Thompson at point guard, right?
Yeah.
Then Jalen Green. Then they got Dylan Brooks, our guy, Dylan
Mm.
Brooks, right? Then they got Jabari Smith. Then they got Alprin Shangoon. Then they got Terry, what's his name? Terry Eason. Then
Yeah.
they got Cam Whitmore who shifted all the way down in the draft. He's supposed to be like top 6 pick. They
Yeah.
actually got a bench.
They got that guy that beat up his girlfriend.
He's
What's his
gone.
name?
He's out. He's out. He's
He's
not playing. He's not playing. He's not in training. He's out. He probably won't even play. I don't even know if he'll play another NBA game if depending on how his case goes.
hey, I told you about his left-handed player, man.
Well,
Never liked him. I never liked him from day
he's
one.
what, he's left-handed player too.
Yeah, he's a lefty, and he wasn't really that good. It's like I didn't find him to be that good.
He was a backup. He is their backup, but I think they got
No, man, he was a starter last year, wasn't he?
last year, but he moved down to 3. He would have been like third option point guard because they
Mm.
got Van Fleet and Amon Thompson already. So he
Yeah,
would have
yeah,
been playing off the bench, probably at shooting guard, or they would have
hmm
mixed it up. He would have got playing time, but and I'll just keep it honest. I don't get into people's personal affairs,
yeah,
but
yeah.
if you want to ask me my opinion, it's innocent until proven guilty. That's what I believe in. I believe in the law system, and
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not making no judgment. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I'm
Wasn't
not
there?
the
Yeah.
one. I'm not a person that's gonna be quick to say, "Oh, this person." I have no clue what happened. I wasn't there. So innocent until proven guilty, and the courts will figure it out. That's the thing. I know the courts do their thing, and they'll figure it out. And if he gets proven guilty, there's a good chance that he did what he did. Because, like I said, the courts know what they're doing. So
Yep. Yeah, you're right about that. Definitely.
yeah, but So Van Fleet, we're Raptor fans. We're in Toronto. We love Toronto. I don't need to be ashamed. I'm just saying Houston is a good team. I don't care what y'all say. Houston got a good team. Y'all could hate on Van Fleet and say, "Oh, he's gonna have a rough year." Why would he have a rough year? Oh, he's gonna even if he scores 8 points a game, right? He's still getting
Mhm.
43 million this year, regardless.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
bet on himself and he got 43 million. And you could be mad at me, but look, man, to me, that is success. That is success to me. And
It's true.
Van Fleet is the face of success to me. Got a $43 million bag for his family, and that's all that matters.
It's true. It's true. Definitely got paid. Got paid big time.
Yeah. So shout out to Isaac Campbell. It's, respect to you both. Great channel. I want to see him succeed and mentor. Even best of luck to him playing off ball. If it comes to that, I like teams that push, and Raptors can play unselfish. I mean, hey, I mean, look, like I said, that those are two. Houston, remember, they're over there in the West, so we don't even really got to worry about them like that. We got our own thing going on in the East, right? Remember, the West is a little bit more competitive. The East
Def-
is a little bit more open. Like
yeah.
Raptors are better than Miami. We're better than Miami. We're better than Miami.
We're better
I,
than Miami. Where,
yes,
where you get that from?
yes, yes.
Why?
I'll put money on that. I'll
Uh,
put money on that.
hey,
You
hey,
think
hey,
you think Miami? And remember, I told you Miami's too little. You
too
think
little.
Miami
I
could
was
play
just about
us?
to say that. Yeah.
You think Miami? You think that little team could play? You look, man. How much you want to bet? I'll put $200 on that Miami game. And let me
No,
see where are they playing each other.
I seen it. I seen you from before, from last year. Like the too little. Guess what?
They're too little. We made
They,
that video already.
they're still little.
They're still little.
They're still little.
You tell me they're gonna beat the Raptors, Miami? Yeah, right. Especially they
they,
didn't get Dame. Maybe
they're
if they
little.
got Dame, it would be an interesting game.
They move a little too. There's no height with Dame. Dame is still little.
That's what I'm
So
saying. So moving on from Van Fleet, going into the Raptors. Shout out to Isaac Campbell. Let's make that transition, and look at the Raptors right now. Right
Thank you.
now, the way, even
Welcome to
though,
the new season.
okay, yeah, no, go. You want to
uh,
play that?
yeah. Let's start.
Yeah, and
Let's
you're
get
starting
started
it
with it.
from the start,
Welcome.
right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome
Yeah,
to the new
perfect, perfect.
season. I hope you guys have had a very good summer. We're really, really excited about this coming season and questions.
We've got two down here. So we'll start with Doug and then we'll go to Mike.
Thanks. Good morning, Mazai. How are you?
Good morning, Doug.
Good. Couple things. How would you characterize your summer in trying to improve the roster, and how did that go? And could you comment on the Knicks lawsuit and what your thoughts are, and if there's been any repercussions in staffing levels for you?
Maybe I'll start with the Knicks lawsuit. I think there has been one time in the history of the NBA that a team has sued a team.
Hey, what really happened with the Knicks?
Wait, hold on. Let him say. He's gonna say something. Let him say what is.
One time. Go figure.
Go figure. All right, pause that.
Yeah,
Pause that now. Go figure. Now, what'd you ask me now? What'd you ask me?
Oh, I want to know what really happened with the Knicks.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it raw. I think they're hating, man. It's New York. What did they always call Toronto? They said Toronto was like New York, but with less stuff, right? But now we got the stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now New York, they're looking at Toronto. They're like, ah, shit. When was the last time New York got a chip, man? We got a chip.
Mm-hmm.
New York's mad. They're mad, and they should be mad. They're hating. It's straight up hate.
You think so?
Yeah, of course. If you look at the New York Knicks, right? Because what are they gonna do next year? Look at their roster. What are they? Okay. Like I said about the East, the New York Knicks were like 5-6 in the East, right? I told you the Raptors weren't gonna be that good last year. They weren't, right? But this year they're better than the Knicks. This year
Yeah.
they're better than the Knicks. So that spot, that 5-6 spot, that's where we're taking, and the Knicks are getting bumped down. They're going to be fighting playing. if that, if even that, right? But like I said, I could be wrong, but I think they're hating though,
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. I don't know why they really even swing the Raptors. I really don't know.
because they just hating on
Question, I
Toronto,
mean,
man. Toronto's a beautiful city. But go ahead, let them out.
building the team, I think we finished a really tough season and with lots of decisions we had to make. We obviously we had the coaching change, and I think this was big for us to maybe bring in some new energy and start afresh. Change is good on the players' side and on the team side. We went in with a couple different approaches on how we could go about building this team and whether it was breaking it down or continuing with some of the pieces we have, some of the players we have. And sometimes that comes with the opportunity that you are going to get in terms of changing players. I think in terms of Fred, I think Fred got a good opportunity and he took that opportunity and we had that conversation with
Okay,
Fred
pause
in
that right
free
there. Pause
agency.
that right.
I think with the
Pa- Pause that right there. Now he said, "Let's just get this out of the way." He's proud of VanFleet for getting that opportunity, right? Now
Hmm.
let's go on to that word that I ended with: opportunity.
Yeah.
Masai says that word like probably 20 or 30 times in this interview, which tells me a lot of how Masai thinks. Masai thinks opportunity. When the opportunity presents itself, we'll take it. When the opportunity presented itself with Kawhi, we took it.
They took
He
it.
said, "Yes, I think that is the right decision." Even I didn't think that was good. Are you crazy? You're trading DeMar DeRozan? That's my guy. I was so pissed off. Let me just keep it real. I was probably one of the most pissed off Raptor fans when DeRozan got traded. But Masai made that move and it
Yeah.
worked. I watched it till the end, till where we were both at the shop, and I finished my Crown Royal watching the Raptors win the chip with Kawhi, and I just was stunned. The
Yeah.
words cannot express how genius. The man said opportunity. And when
Yeah.
people say trust in Messiah, these are the things we're talking about. We don't care what y'all are talking about out there. Nobody has done that. Later on, we'll make a documentary and see who has ever put a team together in one move, pretty much. Yeah, maybe you could say two, but one lethal move, and he's still talking the same language. When the opportunity presents itself, we'll do that. When it comes, say everything goes with Siakam, with everything. And he even mentioned about Van Fleet. We'll let him talk, and he'll say it. But you're gonna hear him talking about opportunity a lot. But yeah, you
Yeah.
can let him. Yeah.
way we finished the season before, I think there was positivity with our team. We came into this past season wanting to play a certain way and be a certain way, and it didn't go very well. I think we referenced that New Orleans game when we didn't do so well. I think when the trade deadline came and we had the opportunity to get Jakob Poeltl and give these guys a chance to at least play, they played better. But we also had
Okay.
failure at
Let's
the end
pause
of the
there.
season.
So again, he said the opportunity presented itself to get Jakob Poeltl back, the same player we had to part ways with to get a ring, to get a chip, which a lot of teams haven't got one yet,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
got him back. He said the opportunity presented itself for us to get that player back, the player that we drafted, right?
Hmm.
So That, along with him explaining about how there was positive things about last year. So he's looking at things that happened last year that he likes. He's not just looking at whether how far we made it or whether we lost the play in. That's not what it's about to him. It's about what he's seeing in Scotty, what he's seeing in just the team in general, right? But
True.
he said he's gonna explain about the failures and whatnot, but he's seen the positivity, even though we didn't do what maybe we should have made the playoff or whatever. There was things he's seen that he did like. But okay, let him continue.
Okay.
So, could we have traded Fred at the trade deadline? I think if that was a failure, we take responsibility for it. But sometimes it also depends on opportunity and also respect of the player. And we respected Fred. And so when
Okay,
Fred decided to,
sorry. So yeah, so again, you hear him saying opportunity. He's probably said it 10 times already now,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And again, now he's saying about respect of the player, right? Sometimes this happens. You just have a respect of a player. You're like, okay, look, if we lose him, we lose him, but we're gonna go to the end with him and see what happens, right?
True, true.
We can't afford to do that again. Okay, it happened with VanFleet, and I'm giving Masai a pass on that. But we can't afford for that to happen with Siakam, and I don't think that's going to happen. I know Siakam and Masai have some sort of whatever they got, right?
Yeah,
And
or
I'm
they're not
pretty sure,
talking. Or they're not talking right now.
no, well, even if that's the case, I know that there's something Masai understands in that situation, whether it's the fact that Siakam wants to be here and maybe Siakam just wants them to give. You know what? To tell you the truth, I don't believe there's any bad blood. To tell you the truth, and I could be wrong, but why would there be? Shout out to Lexi at Raptor Freaks. He mentioned this, and he's spot on when he says this. Is that Siakam's in a situation where he should be trying to make all team, all star, do it all. Where it doesn't matter. He'll everything will be in his corner. He'll have all the options to him. So if Siakam is who he is, who he's supposed to be, he shouldn't be. Why would he be pissed off about anything? He should be
Doesn't
going
want to
into the
leave.
season and say he's gonna do the
He doesn't want to leave. Maybe.
but he doesn't have to leave. Okay, you know what? Let Masai talk because we should just we're gonna do the. You want to just do the whole? Let's just do the whole video.
No, no. You could
to
pause
go
it.
somewhere to better
Up to.
opportunities, I think
Yeah. Mm.
it was good for him and maybe it was good for us too.
See what he said.
Yeah. What? Pause.
I think,
Pause. Yeah, you
Yeah.
saying that he said it's good for them and good for us too?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying. Why be mad? I mean, that's the same thing with Nick Nurse, same thing with VanFleet. I'm not mad at them because I'm happy with what we got. I'm good with what we got going on. So why do I care about what VanFleet's doing? I like
yeah.
what we're doing.
VanFleet is happy. He got big money. How does
Yeah,
he want a
he's
championship?
happy. Nick Nurse should be happy, and I'm happy.
Everybody's happy.
Because
They win.
I don't want to pay VanFleet 43 mil, and I don't want Nick Nurse as my coach anymore either. So I'm good. Why are you mad? Why are you mad at VanFleet? If you're a Raptor fan, why are you mad at VanFleet? Why are you mad at Nick Nurse? That's maybe because you don't believe in your own what you got going on. Because people who hate usually haters hate because they don't got much going on, right? But if
Yeah.
I feel like I got shit going on, I feel like I'm good. I feel like my team has a whole lot going on. Why do I care if Van Fleet got 43 million and went to you? Why do I care? I don't want him here. You're
Yeah.
not it. You're not it. You're not. Well, I'm glad because you're too small, right? You're too small,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? and we got big players now, and I'm just good. I'm so happy with what we got going on.
That's
I'm
true.
glad we moved on from VanFleet and Nick Nurse. It's the
Both of
right
them.
move. It's the right, and look who we got. We got a European coach who who coached what, Serbia, the team who made it to the did they make it to the finals, right? Yeah, they did.
Let me get to
It was them in Germany, right?
I'm not sure that was the coach.
Yeah, it was Serbia and
He's still
Germany.
he's still coaching
No,
for
but
them.
that's the team. That's his team. That's Jocic, and yeah, he's Serbian. Yeah, he's Serbian. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, or he coached the Serbian team.
Oh,
That's, yeah. So
did not.
that's the level. That's the level of coaching. I don't know much about him. I never watched him when he was coaching for Oklahoma City. So I'm
Uh,
not gonna sit here and cap and act like I know what he could do. I don't know until preseason Sunday. That's why I'm so giddy about Sunday night, and that's Thanksgiving here in Canada. So
oh,
we're all
really?
gonna be just chilling out. Yeah, you don't know. Well, for us, I think
No, no,
Thanksgiving is Monday. But
I don't know. I didn't know it was Sunday they were playing. Were they playing again?
let me see. Let me see. But yeah, so I feel good about what the Raptors got going on. Let them side talk, and I'll look up
I
the.
think it has gone good. I think uh, we're always going to be a patient team. We're always going to have a patient front office. We're always going to take, I think, the opportunities sometimes that come at us. But these things are gradual, and I think drafting Grady was good for us. I think
Yes, sir.
replacing Fred with Dennis Schroeder, who had a great summer, was good for us. So I think we got better that way, and we'll continue to think of the things that we could do better with the team, with the opportunity that comes.
Thanks. Go ahead, Mike.
Opportunity,
When we spoke at the end of the
opportunity.
year, you were very
Around 20
frustrated
times
with
already.
the
Opportunity.
direction the team had taken in terms of its culture. But then this summer, you've had a number of players that have been pretty prominent in trade rumors, and going into the season, you have some pretty key players that are heading into contract years or free agency potentially. And how are you confident that some of the outside issues won't affect how your team played on the floor the way it seemed to last year?
You talk about culture. I think there are new opportunities for new players for the players on the team now with a new coach. I think the approach is going to be just different with our team. I think those players will approach it differently. I think in terms of contract, we've always, I think, taken care of our players here, and we're going to see how this is going to start and play out. We have time to discuss with them or to take whatever direction we have to take with this team. But we've made it clear that we want to compete, we want to play a certain way, we want to be selfless on this team, and that's what we're going to do.
On a similar note, have you talked with Pascal about a contract extension?
I've talked to Pascal. We haven't talked contract extensions yet.
You mentioned that you always take care of your players. With three of your more prominent players entering free agency, is that a problem for you to deal with? Is that, I guess, manageable?
It's not a problem for us to deal with. This is our jobs, and sometimes these things are not easy. But we're very confident. I think with these
Pause
guys
there.
and those situations. But we're going to see.
So okay, you know what? The man said it's not easy. He's one of the top execs in the league, yo. And we've been talking about a lot of things, but one of the things we've mentioned a lot of times is that the situation we got going on is not a simple situation.
Nope.
Yeah, and it helps you understand the business. It's not everything's not that easy, man. These guys sit, these guys wake up every day and get on their phones or get to the office and try and figure out, okay, how are we going about this? What's the next move? What are we doing? That's their job. And he's going to mention that too, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
this situation is not a simple situation. Like I said, we got a wing shop, right? We got OG Ananobi, we got Siakam, and we got Barnes. Really good players, right? But do we need all three of them?
yes.
Especially if all three of them got to start. So how is that gonna work? Who's gonna get traded? What pieces you gonna trade for? See, Masai feels like, and what I'm just saying, I'm thinking what could be possible. You go into the season and let the players play, let them showcase what they got. Then we can make a move. So I'm pretty sure a move is gonna happen in the season. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
You're right. It's a gamble, but a move kind of has to happen, in my opinion.
Hmm.
It
Yeah,
kind of has to happen. A
wait
move
and
has to happen. Yeah, yeah. No, for sure.
yeah. Suppose the Raptors start off with like 6-0 record. They got
That
no,
doesn't matter. It doesn't have nothing to do
they
with
got
the
no
record.
moves.
No,
At
it
least,
doesn't have anything to do with the record. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Let them rock. We'll get into that.
What this opportunity is, Coach Darko and his system, and how we all get used to it, acclimatize to it, and we'll go from there.
We'll go to Josh and then back to Joe.
Hey, Masai, how you doing?
Very good.
I've got to ask you about Lillard. To what degree were you interested? How close do you feel like something was? And how much do you think the Lillard and Holiday trade shake up the dynamic in the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, sometimes these things are sensationalized in a way that, to the public, sometimes it's not, it doesn't, it gets people a little bit too anxious, and we understand that we're always going to put ourselves in opportunity, in the right place to have opportunity when these things come along. And I think there's a reason why our names are always mentioned there when everyone talks about plan and direction. There's a reason why our names are always mentioned when these things come along. And it's growing our players. I always said last year that we didn't play very well as a team, but individually
Yeah,
our players
okay,
do well.
pause there.
And they have
yeah, it was a team.
So what did he? What? Okay, but he just said there's a reason why our names are always mentioned. The Raptors. Why do they always mention us, especially lately when it comes to trades? Oh, Ananobi. Oh, Siakam is he gonna? Especially this year, it was heavy with
Yeah, because
Siakam and
players
Ananobi.
are good.
Huh?
Yeah,
Exactly.
our players
Exactly.
are good players. It's not like
Exactly.
players trash.
And that's what he's trying to say without saying too much, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Yeah,
Yeah. So that you could let him rock it.
like there's a lot of parity in the NBA, and I think we sat here last year and we said, do we know who is going to win the NBA championship? I think I sat here and asked that question. And a couple of you sitting in front here were like, well, Boston, Milwaukee. I remember. You're laughing. Yeah, I remember everything. Yeah, like, yeah. So we don't know, like that there is a lot of parity in
All
the
right,
NBA. Yeah,
pause it. Let's be real. Did we know here at Quick Takes? Did we know who the champion by the All Star game? Did we know at Quick Takes who the championship who's going to win the championship?
yeah. You kind of pick. You pick.
We picked the Denver Nuggets to win the champ, so we knew. Not
Yeah,
at the
because
beginning of the season, but
yeah,
by the half of the season.
by the half a
But
season, the yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
yeah, we're just tooting our own horn though. But let him rap.
we can say, okay, it's these two teams. Teams have made big trades. 3 players go to one team. Everybody, the whole ride goes to there, and then it doesn't work. Like, so, which one works? We want to always put ourselves in a position where we're growing our players, which I've said. Our players get better. We didn't play better as a team, but individually, they got better. They're getting better. And then you put yourself in a position where, you know what, this is just how this business is. If opportunity
Okay,
comes, if the
pause there.
opportunity is
So that's where you're seeing what I talked about, multitasking. That's what I think Masai does the best. We
Yeah.
can develop our players and we can be competitive. That's what that's the position we're in right now. We're in
Hmm.
a perfect position because you can't tell me if the Raptors don't make the playoffs with the team we have, then why do we need Siakam then?
Exactly. Yeah.
With the roster we have, right? If Siakam can't take us into the playoffs and then and Anunoby, then who are they to us? Who cares if they go?
Exactly.
Let's just
That's
say the
what.
season was to end and they couldn't get us into the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Then who
Remember.
cares? They walk.
Yeah.
We got money. We got a bigger player than we need. We got young pieces. We got Barnes. Get rid of Siakam and Anunoby if we don't make the playoffs.
You're definitely right, man. And that's what the coach is saying. I mean,
Exactly.
that's what the GM is saying right there.
Yeah,
But
Masai. Yes, you're correct. 100%.
yeah, I think he was saying something about passing the ball, like be a team player.
He did, and he's gonna mention because someone's gonna ask him about why you're not pretty much re-signing Siakam. So we'll get into that. Let him talk. Let him. I think we're almost there. So
right for us,
Okay.
I do believe that there is parity in this league, and now you can make moves or you can do things if you set yourself up well at some point. But our priority is to keep growing our players and keep getting them better. And I believe we have some of those players that we can get better.
So we're Samson, and then we'll come up to Josh.
Hey, Masai. You mentioned feeling good about Fred's contract situation last season. It was kind of remarked upon. You mentioned him having a good opportunity with another team. What's stopping that from happening, let's say, some months from now with Pascal, OG, Gary, and also the fact that when you look at the history of the NBA, typically the teams that succeed over the year and the short term, a lot of their players aren't on, expiring contracts. There is a difficulty navigating this situation. And with the Raptors, the construction of the roster has never been like this. How difficult is it to navigate all the different things going on, especially while being a team that's coming off of 41-41?
Yeah, it is difficult. It's difficult to navigate, and I said it again. Like if what you're referring to is not trading Fred, like at the trade deadline, like then we take responsibility, like for that. It's not something I'm running away from, but it also
sorry,
has a lot
sorry.
to do with the
He
respect.
pause. He said about taking responsibility, and that's another thing I gotta respect too. Is that he said,
Yeah.
okay, if you feel like us not re-signing VanFleet was a blunder, I'll take that. He said that twice so
Yeah.
far. So
Yeah.
yeah.
He did. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
Of the player and what the opportunity is, out there. We do believe in these players. That's why we got them. That's why we drafted these players, the players that you are talking about. And I think as the year goes on, we will figure out, like which way we're going to go in terms of how they adjust to the new coach, the new system, and how we're going to play.
Great, so we're going to John here.
Yeah, go ahead. You want to ask, and he wants to follow up.
Typically, players like Pascal, if you can get them on extension, 2 times All-NBA. Typically in the NBA, their play style supersedes or is presented as like the most thing to preserve or to elevate. Darko, I'm excited to see what he implements with the team, but typically you don't see NBA teams say like, the system, we have to see how this guy works. Typically, as you say, you believe in these players. Wouldn't it make sense to go to the table immediately, say, we believe in you, the extension, et cetera?
Yes, and we do believe in Pascal. We do believe that a lot of our players didn't play the right way last year, and we want to see them play the right way. I said it that we were selfish. I'm not running away from that. We were selfish and we did not play the right way. So let us see it when we play the right way.
So John, Joe, and then it was Stan.
Good morning, Masai.
Morning.
You just mentioned the selfishness, and you said there will be no selfishness on this team. But I'm curious, how do you guarantee that? Like, is that conversations with the players? Is that relying on Darko, putting in more discipline or rules? I'm just curious, like, sort of the nuts and bolts of how you guarantee that.
Yeah, it's conversations with them. We've been having those conversations with the players. I think it's important that we communicate that from all levels of this team, and also with Coach Darko. He believes in his system, his style of play, and we'll see when we start.
What was the feedback like from the players with those conversations? Was there accountability on
All right,
those? Was it well-received criticism?
you could pause there. So, okay, so there's a lot there, right?
Yeah.
Especially with the question, pretty much he was asking about, re-signing. Masai mentioned Siakam, right? And he's like, pretty much, I know that's who you're talking about, right? Just cut straight to the chase. And Masai is saying that, I want to see how he works within the system, right? And Siakam should be focused on his what do they call it? The free agent year, where you're trying to prove he's trying to prove himself too. So it should be a mutual thing. Like we want to see what you got, and you should want to prove what you got.
To get the big money, if you want to get the bag.
Exactly. So what's the big deal?
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Work for your money. That's what Fred did.
Exactly. This is the
That's
year.
what
This is your
LeBron did.
contract year. This is your contract year, right? That's what they call it. So you should want to show off what you got, right? And we'll watch. We'll watch while you're doing it. And if we like what you're showing us, then we'll put some money on you.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, put some money on you
But
and see.
yeah, but I don't know. Am I wrong if I say that like the way the Raptors look and the way Messiah looks is like we're okay? The only things is crazy Raptor fans and crazy people who are just I don't know what they're thinking. Right? Like there's still a lot of wine left. Like a lot of Raptor fans need to just go downtown and go get some of that wine because they didn't know that there's some wine. There's a lot of wine left, and a lot of y'all are just tripping out. Go drink some wine and relax.
Yeah, with
A
just
lot
one,
of people don't even get. A lot of people don't have no champagne from no championship. Okay,
yeah,
we still have a
don't even
lot left.
yeah, they don't even see the final. A lot of teams don't even see the finals.
That's what I'm
So yeah,
saying. So all these questions about and like you're pressuring him and what he should like. What the hell? What's the
that's
big deal?
you look at his face. He's calm. He's
Exactly.
calm.
But it's only crazy people who are just antsy because they want. Oh, we got it. What are we doing? Like what? Just relax. Shut up and
Yeah,
watch.
let him work. Let him cook. He's
Oh, there it
cooking.
is. Let him cook.
He just
I wish
watching
we
and
had a,
watching.
we need a bomb for the channel, Skinny, because if we had a bomb or a sound effect that let him cook, we that would have I would
Cook.
have put a sound effect there.
His thing, man. He's studying the team. He's seeing what the team needs, and he changed it. He knows that the team wasn't playing the team ball from last year. He like, see, this year we have to play team ball. It don't matter what.
Exactly. And if you don't fit within the coach's system, then really we don't need you here.
We don't need you. Yeah,
So he believes in the coach. He believes in the coach more than he believes in Siakam. I'll tell you that much. That's what it means.
okay. To finish it off, I got a video of Siakam. Let's just hear
Mhm.
the
All right.
video so we could finish it off. Right.
All right.
Let's,
Cool.
let's see what Siakam was actually saying. It's a
Yeah, because
video
I
from
heard
today.
I didn't get to that, but yeah, I heard the.
Yeah, this is the practice today. So let's see. He was saying about the coach and the style and such. Let's
New
listen.
teammates,
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
it's
new
good.
system.
Yeah, I mean it's good. I think for me, yeah, just getting taking everything in, um, just being like observing, and just again like continue to um, be me. Because at the end of the day, like I always, I mean, I think for me it's just like that the notion of like adapting. As a team we all gotta adapt, right? Like we all gotta figure out because it's a new coach, right? Like he's gonna come in with his stuff and his philosophy, but I think for me, like, there's nothing more that I have to adjust than the rest of my teammates. At the end of the day, but I also believe that I've played in every role position in the NBA. Like since the first day I got here, like I was running down the floor, Kyle just throwing the ball and I'm catching it and dunking it. From getting to the corner, starting developing ball handling, shooting. So like I've seen everything at the end of the day, and like I think what makes me special is that like I'm a hooper. Like at the end of the day, like when people work out in the summer and like they do one-on-one workouts, like I want to play basketball, like because like I want to be able to understand the game, play off of like guys and not just doing drills and be a robot. Like that's I think is my strength as a player. So yeah, like I'm definitely not worried about that. I know that my abilities, on the basketball court will always like prevail into anything, any situation that I'm put in.
So with that attitude of, okay, I got this, what have you seen as some of the biggest, I guess, differences from all that you've been through in the past since you've been here?
I mean, I think it's probably a little bit more like, for me, again, somebody just bringing the ball up. We got the five having the ball in his hands. We got to play off of him, which I'm kind of like used to. I've done it with Yako before.
Right.
But I think, to be honest, like nothing that I'm like, it's like crazy in my head or anything like that. Like, so I just think that it's basketball, and we're gonna have to play basketball at the end of the day.
Darko said that you're playing in scrimmages, you're off the ball more, you're flashing, you're cutting, which is stuff that you're really familiar with, and that it's working out really well in terms of how the fit is and how you're performing. How do you feel about kind of how this offense could showcase you in a different way?
I don't know. I think we'll find out. Once we start playing opponents and get into games and stuff. So, I think it's just a matter of like again for me, just continue to play off instincts, which is how I play anyway. And just like again, I think the more we do it, the more we grow. And when we start playing other people, the more we see it. I can't really tell now.
In terms of how you and Scotty fit, how have you found, because you guys both like to do some of the same things, how have you found how the offense is allowing you two to work together?
I mean, I think, especially right now, it's like we're just playing really. It's like every lineup out there, I don't think it's like specific lineup. So, like I said, it's hard for me to say. I think we both kind of like willing passers. We both, can attack. We both can do a lot of things on the floor. So I think.
What do you say? What do you say about this? As you see, one of them have to go. They both doing the same
Why
thing.
you
That's what he
doing
said.
this to me, man? I know what you're doing to me. I know what you're doing, man. But you know what, man? Let me tell you something, man. And I'm gonna be consistent. I want somebody who's not afraid, yo. I want someone who's not afraid on this team, yo. And honestly, I know Scotty Barnes is not afraid. I know
No,
he's
he's
willing
not.
to take on the workload. Honestly, when I look at Siakam, I don't know. It's like something like he's not sure about something or that. Look, I'm just going off of what I'm seeing, and I love you, Siakam.
Look at
But
his face. Nervous. Nervous.
that's what I'm saying. Those two free throws, it's the same attitude.
Oh,
Look, man. I'm not trying to be. Look, I'm just keeping it real with you. Those two free throws
wow.
that he missed, that's that same. Scotty Barnes, I know him missing two free throws is just experience. I know once he gets the experience, he has the attitude. That's the only thing that I give Scotty Barnes, even though okay, you could say he has more potential, whatever. I'm looking at his attitude, and I like Scotty Barnes' attitude. That's why I would rather put it in his. I'd rather put the ball in his hands, put the team in Scotty Barnes' hands, and maybe that's what we're seeing with Siakam is that there's a frustration that he's the odd man out, and maybe he's realizing that now, and maybe he's not comfortable with that, taking the back to because look, let's be honest. Looking at this interview, it looks like he doesn't look like he's happy about the situation.
Yeah,
Or is it just me?
you're right. He doesn't look confident. It looks like something's troubling him.
That's
Like
what I'm saying.
what?
I'm just trying to be. I'm looking because I never seen this video. You're showing it. I'm seeing it here
Yeah.
live, and I'm saying I don't know. Something looks like he's not too.
Hmm.
I'm like, what could be the problem? Because if he plays off the ball, that's what he did with Kawhi anyway, and that's when he thrived.
Exactly. Yeah.
He thrived when he didn't have to be. It didn't have to be all on his shoulders. So if
For real.
that's what they're giving him, take it. Like don't let your ego get into it. You know, I'm Siakam and my payday because remember the payday gets into it too. Oh, VanFleet got 43, so don't think Siakam's not looking at it like man, like he's looking at his payday too, and all this affects him. All of this affects him. Whether he has to play second role to Scotty Barnes, that affects his payday.
Hmm. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You
Yeah,
see what
you're
I'm
right.
saying? So, and that's where egos come involved. Because remember, let's just say you say I'm right, but I say you're right. Remember, you mentioned that if Siakam, remember you said if Siakam could take a lower check, right?
Hmm.
Let's say he didn't take a lower check, but he just took a lower roll, and he'll
Hey,
still get a check.
yeah, he wants a bigger check, man.
No,
He wants to
but
make
what I'm saying, no, I'm saying he could still get the check and take a third role and support
Oh
Scotty
yeah,
Barnes and
of
still get
course.
a big check.
He already won a championship. Why not just take the big money and just support Scotty?
Exactly. Just support Scotty. Just ball out. You could still
Yeah,
give your 20 something points a game, 10 points, 10 rebounds or whatever, but it'll be supporting Scotty.
yeah,
That's what it looks like. That's what they want him to do. And
put it,
I'm okay with that. I'm kind of for that.
yeah, put it like this. Right now, by you bringing up the two free throw that he missed. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Look,
like, why are we giving him marks for a person that's so
look,
nervous? It
look.
didn't
Siakam
reach him.
thrives when it's someone else. Look, when he played with Kawhi, right, and it's Kawhi that had the load. Siakam thrived. He
Hmm.
thrives in the, but he does he even know that about himself? That's where he thrives. He had bigger games than Kawhi playing with Kawhi
Yeah,
because he felt that confident that there's someone beside him that's better than him.
yeah, I could
He
lean
just
on
it's
somebody
just
else.
a whole different thing. Like you don't feel like it's on your shoulders because it's on Kawhi's shoulders. So it doesn't matter what you do, and when you don't have to play with that pressure on you, which that's what I think is better for Siakam, and that would be perfect. That it's gonna really be on Barnes. It's gonna like they want it to all be on Barnes,
Yeah, Barnes
and
will
they
need
want to
it.
see how Siakam could support that
I think he could. I think he could, and he should.
if he
I think he
wants
should.
to. If he wants to, but he does. Look at him in this interview. He doesn't look too happy, man. I'm just keeping it real.
Hey, maybe the questions are too much or something. Can't handle the question. Like, yo, you guys want to get rid of me?
Yeah, but I don't
Kind
think it's okay. What if it's not about getting rid of him? What if it's just about the role? What if it's just about the fact that Scotty Barnes is the man right now?
hey, who knows? We don't know what it is, but
No, I'm just saying. Look at what I'm saying, right? If it's about the fact that Scotty Barnes is the man right now, right? It's gonna be tough because did you hear what the man asked him? He said, and that's how you know we're not bullshitting, man. He asked him the
Mhm.
same question that we've been asking. Being that you and Scott, is this not what he just asked? He said,
Yeah,
you and Scotty played the same position, right? How is that going? Why do you think he asked that question?
doing the
He said,
same
you
thing.
and Scotty played the same type of game, right? How are you playing together? And Siakam didn't look too. He's like, well, I don't know. You don't know yet? This is like
Yeah,
what, the third year? You don't know how you're playing with Barnes yet?
I know. Yeah, you should already know, right?
Well, that's what I mean. People gotta look in between the lines, man. And we don't want to give them too, because a lot of people get a lot of information, and we're a young channel or whatever. But a lot of people are gonna see the things we're talking about, and we can put these videos out later. Because I'm telling
Yeah,
you, this is exactly what you're gonna see. It's gonna happen. It's gonna play out, and we're not gonna keep talking about it, talking about it. That's not what we do. We talk about it once or twice, and
yeah.
this is where it was said first. And when it happens, we'll just take this same thing we're talking about now and play it again and tell you, see, we told you already
Mm-hmm.
then.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because look,
Definitely.
like I said, I didn't know nothing about this, but you showed me Siakam doesn't look confident, man. I know Siakam. We know Siakam.
Look like he
He
wanna
doesn't look
cry.
too confident, man. Eh,
Yeah, look like he wants to cry. It's very just
oh man, I hope that's
no,
not the case, but I hope that's not the case, man.
no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I was
I
joking.
hope not, but man, I
Yeah,
don't even. You said this was today. That's
that's
bad.
today.
I
That's
wish this
today.
was like last year or something, man. Are you sure this isn't
This is
2022?
today. Today. Today.
Uh,
I mean,
that's not good, man. He doesn't look
that's
good, man. I don't want
yeah.
Siakam to look like this. Why does he look like this? Look
Hey,
at him. Does he look happy, man?
maybe not sleeping good at night, man. I don't know, man.
He's not happy, man.
You're not happy. What does he
He's not
want?
happy, man.
If you were six Siakam, what would make you happy right now?
It's just about his mind frame. If he feel, like I said, I'm gonna stick to the point. If he feels offended that Scotty Barnes is supposed to be the guy, right? Which I
Hmm.
don't even know. Maybe Scotty Barnes shouldn't be the guy. I don't know, right? But if that's
So
what they're asking you to do, what do you do? Do you take the lesser role? What if you look at Barnes like I'm better than this guy? Then what do you do? Just
well,
be realistic. Then how do you look at it? If
yeah.
you look at a player and you think that they're not better than you and they can't be better than you, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how it goes.
Hey,
But
put it like this: he had a chance to take Raptors to playoff to go even overtime. Because when the ref give him that 3 pointer, he wasn't even shooting the tree. The ref just give it to him with the Chicago
look,
Bulls game, and he couldn't even hit two out of the three. He only get hit one. I mean, just telling you, he's not a number one.
yeah, well, I agree because look, like I said, I've been big on Siakam all through the years, up until
Hmm.
those two free throws,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
you're
I
right.
up until those two free throws, I was like, nah, you can't. That's not. That's a mentality thing. That's a mentality thing, right?
Hey,
Because those
somebody
free
leave a comment.
throws. Mhm.
Say, guys,
Okay, hey guys, Pascal didn't look happy, and when I first saw this, it looked like he was crying. His eyes were all red. I mean, that's thank you. Play it again, Sue. Play it again, Sue. Your channel is fire. I see you doing your redos, man, and those are fire. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad she said that. I'm glad she
hmm
said that. I mean, yeah, play it again, Sue. She's right. Uh, he doesn't look happy.
Nah.
But let's be realistic, right? If you're okay on the job, right? If I'm doing my job, right, and they bring in a new guy, right, and I feel like I do the job a little better than that guy, right, and I'll probably feel away. It's just something. It's just natural human. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
Like
course.
Siakam
Yeah.
Siakam probably feels like it should be his team.
Well, if
It's
it was
Siakam.
his team,
When you look at the name, right? When you look at Raptors, who's the name that comes up? Let's just be real. I don't know. Maybe you know more than me. Whose name's coming up more when it
well,
comes to whose team this is?
to me, the best player on Raptors right now is Siakam, right? But
No, but I'm saying who's being showcased as the face of the Raptors right now.
I have to
And
say Scotty
look,
Barnes, man.
we talk the tough questions. We don't like, you know what I mean? We go into the tough, the real gritty, right?
Hmm.
Who's the face of the Raptors right now?
I gotta say Scotty. I gotta say Scotty. I don't know about you. I gotta say Scotty.
No, but I'm saying it just goes off of what you're seeing. Who's being advertised? Who's on the
Yeah.
subway? Who's doing all the? You know what I mean? Like whose face is out there?
Yeah, Scotty fully. To me,
Well,
gotta be Scotty.
that's what I mean. I'm not trying to create no. I'm not trying to create nothing. I'm just looking at what's happening. I'm not trying to create issues or. I'm just saying, look at it for what it is. Don't try to, fairy tale it. Look at it for what it is and be prepared that that's the issue. But like I said, we've already been through this. We've already talked about it. We're way ahead of the game, and the fact that we know that somebody's got to go. And I've already did the poll. Everybody said they're rocking with Scotty, and I'm like, okay, I'll rock with Scotty too. He's a young guy. I like Scotty.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Pascal.
You feel the same way? Because
What I feel,
you've always had issues with Pascal, but how do you feel?
I feel Pascal already had his chance, and he did nothing.
But
Right?
that means you have to be all in. Are you all in with Scotty then?
Yeah, give him a chance. Give him a 2 year,
Give him a
3 year chance.
chance. Yeah, give him a
Give him this
chance.
year and next year, and then after we could try to do a trade and try to get a new number one. He need at least 2 years, right?
And
Would you say
yo,
that?
yeah, look, I'm giving him 2 years, 3 years. To me, I don't really care. As Grady Dick has to stay. I want Grady Dick on this team. As long as he's here with Scotty, whatever else they want to do, I think we're okay.
I
Because
mean,
I could see a lot of,
Greedy Dick outside and Scotty inside.
yeah, those two players. Strip whoever you want to take, but leave Grady Dick and Scotty Barnes, and we could do something.
Yeah, I feel that too. Yeah,
Yeah,
just the two of them for now.
yeah. Because especially with that whole concept of movement, ball movement, and there's a lot of things that could be done with that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
if Barnes is going to be like a 20, 10 rebounds and 7, 8 assists, 2 steals, a block, like he's just going to be a monster. And you just whatever you put around him, you just so you could be looking at a serious.
yeah, of course.
Plus the
Yeah.
confidence. That's why they're throwing at Barnes because they want to give him the confidence because they're like, look, we're giving it to you, so there's no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
It's yours.
Yeah, yeah. The thing, Pascal just have to just be number two. Just be there, be supportive to Scotty, and just play together.
Okay, so what's played against who? Is this another comment that she put up?
Yeah.
I hope he does get into the. I hope he does get into it though. I like Pascal, and I think he and Scotty can do a lot together. They can be successful together. And I hear what you're saying, play it again. I hear what you're saying, Sue. But look, the thing is, like you said, Pascal doesn't look too happy right now. Okay, he doesn't look too happy. And what you're saying is correct, and it's really about his mindset. And this is the thing that happens in the NBA and in sports: egos. This is one of the top things that happens when it comes to the business. If a player, feels like, it's my turn, and a younger player is coming up, it's hard to take the back seat to that player, you know,
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
especially if you don't think that player has what it takes. But it's not up to you, I've been learning a lot of these things, especially in my profession, how to just take a back seat and just, even if I think things aren't going the way, just just let it be, let them, because you never know. Sometimes you might be surprised. Sometimes you think but let the person who's like, let the execs. It is tough though. Let's just keep it real though. It is tough. Like I said, the reporter asked him, "You and Scotty play pretty much the same position." That's the elephant in the room. We could be Raptor fans and we can admit that at the same time that these two players play pretty much the same position. And I've said that I believe that Siakam is in Scotty Barnes' way, and I cannot. There's no way I could change that. Just like I can't change 1 plus 1 is 2. I can't change the fact that Scotty Barnes needs that room that Siakam is taking up. And if you replace that, whether it's Anunoby or Siakam, and you could get more shooters or more whatever you could get to support Scotty more,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
for whether it's Anunoby or Siakam, you need to trade one of those guys to help support Scotty Barnes.
hey, it seemed like the hard man out is thing, man, Pascal. He- I
Well,
think
that might be the look on his face, because, like he said, he doesn't want to go anywhere else. And like I said, I don't. I agree with what Stu said. Wait, it's Scotty? All right, so it's Scotty. I hope that doesn't mean it's Scotty that has to go. I hope that means it's Scotty that has to stay. Because I think, yeah, yeah, Scotty's got to stay. You
yeah,
already made the pick. You already made the pick. He's rookie of the year. Might as well just go
they
full
will.
force with that. The Raptors could hold their heads high. We 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 brought players into this game who went on to make a $43 million bag. We did that.
Yeah, well, he would probably be out of the league if Raptors didn't sign him.
Exactly. We did that. We are the reason that VanFleet got $43 million. Regardless what, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
VanFleet knows that.
we give him the opportunity.
Exactly. And there was no other place that could do it than us, because we seen something in him that other teams didn't see.
Yeah, a lot of team will look at him. Oh, you're too shy. Forget about it. They won't
Exactly.
even, they won't even try him. They won't even give him a chance.
And Siakam, oh, you can't shoot. Forget it.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. So we don't want to give both of them a chance. And
So
then now they're making crazy money.
yeah, and they have the opportunity to, Siakam, regardless, all he has to do is ball out. He doesn't need to be looking all worried.
Yeah.
Just ball out,
Every
man. Just
boy,
ball.
he's gonna get millions. If he plays bad or good, don't matter. He's making millions. A team is gonna
He
want him.
might not want to leave Toronto though. He might have really wanted to like take Toronto, have Toronto on his back, kind of like, maybe. I could be wrong, but
No, he could
maybe
go to
that's
any
what he
team,
wanted.
man. We could send him to Philly, man. Freak. Let him go play with with his coach.
And like I said, some of the stuff is beyond our pay grade. You know what I mean? Like I said, the reporter asked him a question, said, "You guys play the same position. How's it going?" So this is not. It's the elephant in the room, man, that nobody wants to discuss, but it's just the truth that it's not, them playing together is not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't want to. I don't want to. I've been saying I want to be wrong, and I've been trying to push towards me being. I want to be wrong about it, but so far it doesn't look like I'm wrong about what I've been
Okay,
saying.
let me ask you this question: Is what was Nick Nurse the only coach Pascal played with?
No, didn't he play with? Yeah, didn't he play with uh
Dwayne Casey?
yeah, Dwayne Casey?
Maybe at the
Yeah, I'm pretty
beginning,
sure he did.
because a different coach we might have him playing differently too.
Because he was on the bench mob. Wasn't Siakam on the bench mob? That
Yeah,
was Dwayne Casey.
he was, right, wasn't he? I'm
Yeah,
thinking he
with
was.
what Powell and everybody.
Yeah, I think he was, man. I think he was.
Yeah.
But well, he was a different Pascal on the bench. In the bench, man. He was a bench player. Now he's a
Yeah,
starter. So we we
yeah,
we,
now
we
he's a starter.
we need him to be back on the bench, like a bench mob player, a team player. That's what the bench mob was, like a team.
You say you need Siakam to be back on the bench?
No, 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 no. Like a team
Oh,
player. Nah, not on the bench. You crazy? He's getting too much money to
uh,
be on the bench. He better be working for the money. No, I'm
uh,
saying he,
uh,
he he needs to be playing more of a team. But he said he could. He said if you listen to the interview, he said he plays everything. He's been in the league for so long. When he came up, he actually came up from the bottom in the G League and worked his way up all the way. So he's right. He's
yeah,
been
that's what I'm
doing
saying.
it.
He needs to fight. Keep fighting, and he will be eventually it'll be him and Barnes. It'll be him and Barnes. He just has to keep fighting to stay on the team. And
Yeah,
he'll be up there with Barnes. Even if Barnes whatever, whether Barnes a face or whatever, that doesn't matter. Just
yeah,
keep fighting, keep grinding.
exactly. He lose some of his stripes. You got to take out some couple of his stripe. We already given the opportunity to take those big shot, and at the end of the game he disappeared in the fourth.
If, but what
So
Masai is saying, right? If you ball out and you show you could play with the team or you could benefit the team or whatever, then you're gonna work it. And he said everything. He said, "Look, we pay our players. We're not afraid to play our players.
mhm.
Don't act like we don't. You know what I mean? Don't act like that. Like if we gotta pay our players, we'll pay them. But look, we gotta know that you could play in the system. All
Yeah,
right. Now, what's the big deal? You should be playing for a contract year anyway. So why are you worried? Is there a problem?
he already saying we tried it
Look,
last year. It didn't
Masai's
work.
a shark, man. Masai is a shark. That's why people don't like him, and that's why a
Smart.
lot of fans hating on him because they don't understand. They don't get it.
You're not
But
him
at the end
alone.
of the day, we'll come out of it on top.
But
I'm pretty sure of that.
Bobby Webster is pretty good too, man. I believe both of them work perfect with each other.
No, I
Bobby
agree,
Webster.
especially
Yeah,
when it comes to trust.
yeah. They don't make no stupid move. They take their time, plan out plan out whatever they're doing, and then just make the move.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
and they do their
I'm
thing, man.
happy. That's why I'm happy with the Raptors. I mean, all my life, I'm an NBA. That's why we're NBA quick takes, right? Because I'm a basketball guy, right? But we're in Toronto, right? I was
Hmm.
watching basketball before Toronto had a team, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So you got to understand that my favorite teams were the Pacers, the Knicks, coming up, Magics, before Toronto had a team, right? So I still love the NBA, but Toronto's my hometown team, and Toronto's always been my team every year, whether regardless. That's why I say, but by default, right? It's
Yeah.
our hometown team.
Exactly. By default. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
I heard change the topic. I heard they're not gonna even have a WNBA team in Toronto. I thought they wanted to have one.
Oh, the decision, because I was listening to Raptor Freaks Lex, right? He said the decision already went down.
They said no, right?
Oh, I guess so. Because it should be big news if it happened.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, they said no. They don't want.
In
They don't
Toronto,
want.
are they crazy? They're
I'm like, what?
crazy. They
you know
must be out their mind, man.
much extra money they will make and extra publicity that Toronto want to actually be a part
Okay,
of the
but
WNBA.
let me
That
let me ask you this though: is it possible if they had a WNBA team in Toronto, that would probably be the biggest team in the WNBA?
well, it'd be nice, eh? It'd be
No,
nice.
wait. Let's just be fair. Let's just look at it honestly. What wouldn't it be the best? One of the best teams in the especially in terms of fan support.
Mm, I'm telling you, that would do so much for the freaking thing right now for Toronto right now, man. For the WNBA to have a next team, it don't make sense. They have a team in America. Put it in Canada, man. In America,
Yeah,
it don't make sense,
honestly,
right?
I think that's an ego thing, especially if they don't have a WNBA team in Canada. That's an ego thing. That's like that we don't care if it would make us more money. Like, we don't. They just
Yeah,
don't want us to have any clout.
just give us one. That's it. We don't want nothing in Vancouver like before. We just need
No, but
one.
it's an ego. Like I said, it's an ego thing. So
Hmm.
it's an ego thing.
Could be
It
too.
could be not. But I mean, why? Tim, you can't tell me that wouldn't be a good business move. How could it not be?
That's what I'm
If
saying.
you have a team in Toronto, you have pretty much a team. The whole Canada supporting that team.
Hmm.
So even in Vancouver, if you had a WNBA
No,
team
no,
in
no.
Vancouver,
We don't need it in Vancouver. They, we
I
already tried
think
the NBA.
Vancouver would support it because of what happened with the Grizzlies. I think they would stand up for that team.
Yeah, but
I could be wrong, but I think
not WNBA though, man. Not WNBA. What did Isaac Isaac Campbell mention? 50 million dollar only. What does that mean?
I hope that's not for Siakam.
What is he saying? $50 million only.
Well, what if that's
Siakam.
for Siakam? With inflation, with price inflation, that could be the
Maybe
price tag, man.
no. No, maybe that's for a WNBA team. 50 million. I mean, it can't be that much.
Oh
It,
yeah,
it, make- it,
wow.
ma- we gotta ask them what does it mean by saying 50 million? What does 50 million mean? I don't know.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
look, I wouldn't be surprised if Siakam was projected to get 50 million after the season. That'd be crazy.
50 million, eh?
What if
Wow.
you made all NBA and got All Star? That'd be what. VanFleet got 43.
He deserve 50.
Yo, VanFleet didn't even get All NBA. Oh man.
If you
That's why
compare
when he
both of
said
them,
50 million, it's crazy because a player could actually get $50 million in a season.
how much is Curry getting? How much is Brown getting?
Well,
Right?
I know Lillard is due to get what, like close to 50, like 40, and he's getting 48 million.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, Lillard's getting like 48 million in one of this one in a year. I'm not sure if it's
Mhm.
this or the next year following, but 48 million. I think he touches 50. I think I'm pretty sure other players do too, but I'm saying the inflation
Yeah,
has reached that high, man.
they're all in their 40. I seen Curry getting 48, Brown getting 47.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
wow. Yeah, those are the highest.
Crazy.
Crazy how it is now, eh?
Yes.
Yeah,
Price tag is high.
yeah,
So
Curry's about to get 51 mil. 51 mil.
mm.
Wow.
So what
It,
about
it,
Lillard? Lillard.
Lillard, he's getting 45 now. But who knows? He's probably gonna go up more and more and more and more to that
Yeah, it's
much.
supposed to go up.
Yeah. But for this year coming, he's getting 44. Curry's
Hmm.
the only one getting 50, 51 right now. And the next guy close to him is Durant. And
Yeah,
then
that's crazy.
Brown.
That's crazy that Van Fleet just got a couple million less than Lillard this year.
I know, eh? Look at that.
Jeez.
Wow. Freddie, number 14 on the list.
Bet on yourself.
But that's what he does,
Look, man,
man.
you gotta write a book. And you tell me that's not gonna be a movie? You tell me VanFleet's not gonna have a movie, man? You must be out your mind.
What,
Mr. Bet on yourself. $43 million, bro.
one guy on the list was getting 39 million to buy us Eris. Wow, that guy is so trash now. Why is he even getting that much money?
Because of he's high upside, man. He's supposed to be scoring like 15, 20 points a game, man.
So get rid of uh, what's that full name? James Harden, man. Get rid of James Harden.
Oh, man, they should keep their team. They got a good team. They
Oh,
got
get
a
rid of
really
James
good team.
Harden. James Harden's gonna ruin the team, man. Just get rid of
Yeah,
him.
it's his attitude, but if he wants to play there, they got a good team, right? But I mean, I don't know. If he doesn't want to play there, it's going to be a lot of bullshit going on anyway. But
Yeah, stop
they
stop
got
stop
a good, they
forcing
got
him.
a good squad, man.
Stop forcing him to play, man. Just get rid of him and just give to Barrett Harris the chance. He's getting paid a lot of
Okay,
money. You
how
think
much you want to put on that Philly wants Harden to get his act together and stay there? And that's probably what's going to happen. He's just going to stay there. He's going to end up staying in Philly. I don't see nothing else going on. Nobody else wants to touch Harden, man.
Yeah.
So it's really better for Harden and for Philly for him to just keep his mouth shut and just go back and hoop. It's really a mutual. It's mutual.
Mm-hmm.
People don't want to touch Harden. Philly needs him. You're gonna tell me Philly doesn't need Harden?
I don't think they need Harden.
They do.
For what?
They
To,
need
to, to
Harden.
dribble the ball?
No,
Dribble,
to
dribble,
play
dribble,
the
dribble,
point guard.
dribble.
To play the point guard. He's a decent point guard. Don't act like he just dribbles the bar. When he's doing the right thing, he passes the ball, makes the right plays. He
Nah,
has two. He has a score. He has two scores. He has Maxi and Embiid. Harden doesn't need to score the ball. He could be lazy Harden. Could be fat Harden and still play for Philly.
no, they need to get rid of him. That's what they need to do. Get rid of him. Don't
Well,
don't
how
bring
much
him.
you want? How much you want to put on that? They don't. If they do,
Don't.
I'd be surprised and to see who they get because Lillard's already gone. So I'm putting money that Harden stays in Philly for a couple
Mhm.
years. Maybe he retires in Philly. You'd be surprised.
No, he wants to leave, man. Him and Maury having like a war, so that's done.
We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, a lot. We're gonna see a lot this year. Because what if he
Exactly.
plays then? What if the season starts and he's playing? Then what are you gonna say then?
Plus, he's not healthy too, man. Just get rid of him.
He's
Eventually,
injured
he
right
has
now.
another.
He's on the injured. He's on the injured list.
No, but he's injured prone, man. He's always kind of injured every year.
Look,
He's up
you're
there in the
going too
age, eh?
far. You're going too far ahead. Don't go too far ahead. I'm just saying that. What if he just plays? Like you just counting injuries on him already. He didn't get injured yet. Let him get injured first. But
Well,
what if he plays and he starts with Philly and you don't hear no complaining? Then what?
what if Kawhi plays
And then
and
they
don't get
win. What if
injured?
they win? What if they win a few games? Then what?
What if Kawhi does the same thing? These guys are always injured, man. Always been
Kawhi.
injured.
Kawhi
Yeah.
plays on Philly?
No, but I'm saying it's the same thing. Those guys are always injured. He's injured too. James Harden been injured from Brooklyn days. He went to Philly. He was injured all the time too.
Talking about Philadelphia. It's Philadelphia 76ers. James Harden. I don't think he's injured right now.
No, it's not.
I haven't heard him say anything about moving on from Philly lately. He's been pretty quiet.
The guy went to China and said,
That was
"Maury
what,
is a
5 months
liar."
ago? I'm exaggerating, but that was a long time ago, man. That was a long time ago. I haven't heard much since then.
Hey, maybe somebody tell him to shut up and just play ball. Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right, I
I
guess
would put $100 on. I would put $100 right now that Harden plays the whole season with Philly.
Wow. Hey, could happen. Hey,
Or you
hey,
want to put $100 on it though?
hey, I think you could bet online, man. They have
Oh,
all
but
kind of
what
stuff.
about your $100 though?
$900. I don't know about that team, man. I don't know anything about that
So
team.
bet against them then. Bet against them that Harden's gonna leave. $100.
You want to bet me $100 that are you gonna stay? Yeah, it's unpredictable what's going
But
on,
you're
man.
just saying they should let him go. You're not saying he's gonna go, but you're saying they should let him go.
I feel that I should. It's time. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens then. We'll see. It'll be interesting. When's Philly playing? What if he plays in the preseason game? Then what?
He's gonna play. He's gonna play. 'Cause
He's
He,
gonna
he
play in
wants
the preseason.
he wants his money too, man. So he's gonna play.
He plays in the preseason game. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We gone over 2 hours. Let's try to wrap it up. Any other thing you want to say?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Let's shut it down for now.
All right.